Hi, friends. Happy Friday. I hope you had a great 4th of July yesterday. I was going to come on yesterday, but we went to a parade well, the parade didn't actually start until 1 o'clock. So by the time it got done and we got home, I thought, you know what? I know people are busy today, so I am just going to do it on Friday. So thanks for stopping by my channel. My name is Jana. And on Thursdays, usually, I do Stamp Happy Thursday, um, demoing Stampin' Up! Products. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I dedicate those Stamp Happy videos to Stampin' Up! Um, I try to usually use all current product. You can shop with me. I put the link in the description box below if you don't already have a demonstrator. Occasionally you will see that I use some retired product here and there. I don't do it a whole lot, but occasionally I do. So hopefully, you don't get offended if I use retired product. Like I said, I don't do that a whole lot, but once in a while, I might throw something in that is in my stash. Now, on other videos that I do, like Saturday Morning Makes and any other videos, I use all sorts of products because I love all sorts of products and I've been stamping since the 80s. So I have a room full of everything that I love. The reason I'm saying this is because I did have somebody be unhappy that I used a retired product in one of my Saturday Morning Makes videos. So I don't like people to be unhappy. So I just want you to know up front, what you'll find here on my channel. With that being said, let's get to it. Bonus days have started this month, and what that is when you shop and spend $50 in product. That started on the 3rd of July and until the end of the month, you will receive a $5 coupon for each $50 in product that you spend. And that will come to your email. So watch for that. After you shop, make sure you check your email. If you don't see it in your inbox, be sure to check your junk mail and those places. And then you can spend those $5 coupons next month in August, okay? So you'll want to not forget to do that because the redemption period is between the 1st and 31st of August. You can spend one coupon, sorry, at a time, or you can spend them all at once. So yeah, just don't forget to watch for those emails with your coupon code, and then don't forget to come back in August and spend them up. You don't want to lose your money. Okay, so there's that. The other things I want to tell you is that there are brand new things, quite a few of them, in the online exclusive offerings. So there are some new holiday stuff. There's Halloween and Christmas, among other things, not only just holiday stuff. So you'll want to go over and take a look at what's new there. And also, if you are interested in this glass mat that I have here, previously these were only available to new demonstrators that signed up. I think that was back during Celebration, but now everybody loved them so much that they are offering them for sale. So you get the glass mat, and let me show you what else comes along with that. You get this silicone little tray thing that's got little compartments here. You can put your little Stampin' Up! Cubes, your cube inks can sit in there. You can use this for to mix paint or whatever else up in. You can put your stamp pad on here to help keep it from sliding around. I actually turned it over and it's got a nice flat surface. I turned it over and used it like my little silicone sheet here, but it's a bigger surface in a project I was doing the other day. And because you can just clean it off, run it under the water or whatever when you're done. And then you also get this big cleaning sheet. It's like our thicker ones, but it's just bigger, and you can use this once it's wet. It's nice and soft. You can use this to clean your glass mat with. So if you're interested in that, be sure to look for that online. It's also an online exclusive. Okay, today I am doing a fun fold card. That is something new I found on a gal's channel on YouTube. I was looking for fun folds and this one popped up and I thought, okay, that's different and fun. So let's try it. All right, so what I did was I cut a piece of designer paper. Now this paper I'm using here is right now on the clearance rack, and it's a big thick pack of designer paper, and it's called Dandy Designs, and it's some really fun colors. Okay, so I took the 12 by 12 sheet, and so it's 12 inches long here, and I cut it to 5.5. So you can make 2 of these cards out of 1 sheet of 12 by 12 paper. We're going to use cardstock too, but so if you wanted to do 2 at the same time, you sure could. So what we're going to do is turn this to the 12-inch side, and we're going to do some really simple scoring here at 2 inches, move it down to 4 inches. Maybe I better give that another go there. We're going to scoot it down again to 6 inches. This is so easy to remember. 6 inches. Let me open the arm here. Scoot it down one more time to 8 inches. And that is it. All right. So now whichever side you want whichever design you want showing, put that piece up, okay, facing you. Then we're going to go back, so this is the bigger end here. We're going to go back to where we scored it there at 8 inches and fold it. And then this is the 6 inch, the 4 inch, and the 2 inch. Super simple. Okay, let me get my bone folder here because I just want to reinforce all of those folds. Okay, so now the stamp and die set that I am showcasing today is the Beach Day. So we've got this adorable set with the lifeguard tower, a surfboard, a little sand castle, seashells. I love the seagulls in here. We've got an umbrella, beach grass, and a beach chair and a beach ball, and then some fun sentiments. And then in the die set, you can cut out your stamped image of the lifeguard tower. You can also cut out and just die cut a lifeguard tower without stamping There's more grass in here that you can cut out that isn't part of the stamps, a flag, a palm tree, waves, the sand, a railing here. Then you've got all the dies to cut out the stamped images. So there's lots of fun dies in that set. Let's get back to our fold here. So we have that. I went ahead and using the deckled circles, I cut out 2 different sizes here. I kind of wanted to go with the red, white, and blue theme just because of 4th of July. Plus, a lot of times you see those colors in beach themed things. So I used the, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I used the 6th and 5th from the small. I used those sizes just in case you're wondering. And then I've got a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 base to put this on. Once it's all folded up, it measures 4 inches by 5 1/2. Let's see, maybe I needed to trim that down. So this should have been 5 1/4 instead of 5 1/2. So let me just trim that off. Sorry about that. So where I told you to cut it at 5 1/2 inches, if you're writing this down, go back and change that 5 1/2 to 5 1/4. Because it's just one like one layer down from our normal 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, let me do that again. Trying to be a smarty pants and just cut through the folds there. Okay, I think we got it. So 4 by 5 1/4. Once it's all folded up. And again, those folds were at 2, 4, 6, and 8. And it was a 12-inch length. Okay, so here we are back to this. And that is just going to set on there like that. And then I've got 2 layers that are going to go inside there, but we will do that in a minute here because I want to do some stamping. So let me get all my white pieces. And let's start with the surfboard. I'm going to stamp that on the inside. I just had to use it somewhere because I think it's so cute. I think I can, well, I don't want to do that. What are you thinking, Jana? All right, let me get my black. I think when I stamped this the first time I used my Stamparatus, but I'm just going to put it on a block and stamp it this time because I think it's going to come out just fine. And I should have put my little spongy thing under here since I'm using a clear stamp. But it came out okay. All right, so I have got dark balmy blue because my paper's balmy blue, and then I've got my dark real red. So I'm just going to color 1/2 of my surfboard blue and the other half red. And this is just going to be like the inside of the card here, so just a little decoration in there. And then you can stamp whatever sentiment you want. You just want to be a little bit careful about the placement because unless you don't mind it showing, and I'll show you what I mean when we go to put this together. You might want to stamp it closer over to the left side there. Okay, so there is our surfboard. And I can set that piece aside. And then let me do the little beach ball. Cute. And I'm going to be cutting that out. But let's just color it up with the red, white, and blue also. And since these little areas are so much smaller, I'm going to use the bullet tip here. Red, white, blue, red. Okay. Boy, the beaches here were busy yesterday, and I'm sure they are probably even more so today because it is really nice here. All right, I'm going to die cut that out. Let me get the right dies. So there's just this perfect little circle in here that you could use for other things too, besides cutting out this beach ball if you were ever in need of a little circle. All right, I'm going to run that through and I'll be right back. So there we go with our little cute beach ball. All right, next, let's pull one of these circles. And I'm going to bring in some scrappy paper here. And my blending brushes, and I'm going to grab Balmy Blue. And I'm just going to do, I'm going to create kind of some blue sky, ocean, whatever, background scenic. Just the colors, blue and some tan for the sand. Nothing fancy, just giving you the idea that it's a peaceful day at the beach. All right, I think that is good enough for that one. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Did you notice I have no more long nails? I broke this one clear down here, so I had to just whack them all off because I can't stand having one shorter than all the rest. I was going to cut them off anyway because they were getting way too long, and I didn't plan on cutting them off quite this short, but that's what happened. So almost done with the blue. And then I think I'm going to add just a little bit more on this one. It could use a little bit more blue. Oops, picked up the wrong brush. So now I've got green because I picked up my brown brush. Okay. All right, so that bothers me that I did that because I learned a lesson on my first one about moving the paper around. You would have thought I would have realized that before. Let me get a wipe so I can wipe that off. You don't want to color if you're using paper or any other, and whatever you're using under what you're coloring. You want to make sure you either wipe it off if it's a wipeable surface, or you move your design to a different, cleaner part of the paper so you're not picking up that color that you used previously. And it helps to make sure you pick up the right brush, not like I just did with the wrong brush. Okay, so I'm just using a baby wipe to make sure I get that blue off of there. And in fact, I'm just going to turn it over to the other side. And I've got crumb cake now. And I'm going to just add some of that for kind of the sandy area. So there's one. And I don't have to worry about it because I'm using the same color here. Now, if you don't want to use blending brushes, you could use a finger dauber or you could use sponge. Whatever you want to use. All right, there is that. Okay, so this one, let me get my greeting. So I'm going to do the enjoy today. And clean these off. Oops, sorry about all the noise. That's the only thing about the glass mat is it's a little bit more noisier than the paper pads when I have those up here. All right, enjoy today. I'm going to stamp that on this one. Okay, we're just going to put that right there. And I used my Memento Tuxedo Black for that. And then I'm going to bring in Garden Green here. And let me clean this off. And I'm going to grab the grass, the beach grass here. I can put this away. Okay, where's my piece of scrappy paper? Here we go. Okay, so I'm just inking up with the garden green, and I'm going to stamp full strength and then also do a little second generation in there around the edges here. And so I'm just going to stamp and stamp off to get a little more of that second generation look in some of the places there. All right, satisfied with that. And actually, I should just leave this out. I'm going to be using that again, so let me set that aside. And then our little beach ball. Actually, I think I'm going to pop that up. I think a dimensional, a full-size one, will fit right on the back of that. Yes, it will. And then we're just going to have that beach ball coming, oopsie, through the air here. Someone must be tossing it from the side over there. Okay, and then I can attach this to our piece of real red. Hi, Marianne. Thanks for joining me today. The tree cutters, I think I've mentioned about them. They're cutting a bunch of our trees that are very close to our house down back here. And so the guy has to climb the trees because we don't have the ability to get equipment to the backyard, to the back where these are. Anyway, they were working out here, so a bunch of the like sawdusty stuff and limbs are all laying in the backyard. And I let the dogs out earlier and after the guys left, and Tula with her long fur, man, it just got everywhere in her fur. What a mess. All right, so now let's get on to stamping on this one. Hopefully I didn't make my colors too dark here. I think maybe I did. So maybe what I need to do is just stamp them on a separate piece and cut them out. I think that's going to be best. So let me grab another piece of white here. I didn't do that the first time around, but I'm definitely going to need to do that this time. So, because I made that background darker, which I actually like better. So, let me just set this aside right there. And I will stamp the beach chair. And then we can just die cut them out. No biggie. All right, there is that. And what else do we need? We need the seagull that's flying. Where is my, here it is, sitting too close to me so I couldn't see it. Okay. So there is the seagull. So cute. I love that seagull. And then there's one that's sitting or standing, however you want to look at it, walking. Okay, so there's that, and then just need the umbrella, so I need a bigger block for that. I probably should have just done it this way on my first card, but you know, I was so excited to get it put together, that fun fold, that I didn't do it that way. All right, here we go. Easy peasy. All right, now I just need to bring back my red and blue and a gray marker. And actually my color lifter, I'm going to use that too. So I'm going to color the chair red. I'm just doing straight coloring on this, no fancy shading or anything, because the spaces are just small. And sometimes I think it's okay, you know, you don't have to be always worried about shading and stuff. Okay. So there's, oh, red is just my favorite color, you guys. Every time I color with red, I love it. All right, so there's that. And then I'm just going to take this gray. I went out of the line a little bit there too, so I'm going to have to clean that up. And I'm just going to go around the inside part of the white area. But then I'm going to come back with the color lifter and fade that out. Oh, I wanted to do just a little bit on the seagull. Nothing fancy, but just so that he's not, he needs a little bit of shading. All right, so we're gonna just come in here with the color lifter and blend that so there's no, hopefully no harsh line there. It's kind of like disappearing ink when you use this. There's a fun game show on TV I'm going to mention if you haven't seen it or watched it and you like to watch that sort of thing. It's called the 1% Club. I love it. I get so mad at myself if I miss something that was actually an easy question. Okay, so I really like how that turned out. Let me just do a little bit of the same here on the seagull. And then I'm going to erase my little mistake here where I went out of the line. Okay, so now I'll just grab the dies for these real quick. So we have the chair. And the seagull. And the umbrella. I love the color lifter, Sue. It saves lots of boo-boos. All right, here we go. I'm going to cut these out real quick. And pardon me while I put my dies back on my sheet, but it's just safer that way so I don't lose them. I'm always seeing people on different Facebook group pages saying, does anybody know what this die is? I found it and I don't know what it goes to. And there's usually always somebody on there that can give them an answer, which is nice. And it might not necessarily be a Stampin' Up! Thing either. And I don't know where these went. I'm not getting it back on there right. Where did this go? I have no idea. It's like a puzzle. Okay, there's that. And then can I fit the seagull in there? That works. Okay, so here are all these pieces. And before I put them on there, I'm going to do my beach grass. I really should have done this the first time on my first card. This is really way easier than what I did. Okay, so I am just going to do some of the sort of same stuff I did on the other circle, just not quite as much. Okay, let's see here. One more right there. All right. Now let's put our other little pieces on there. Okay, see how that just feathers out that gray and just gives it kind of the shadow there in the white? I love how that ends up using that color lifter. All right, so I should have my tweezers out here using them. Makes life more easy. Let me grab some. Okay, so this is going to go just over here. And then a little beach chair. And Mr. Siegel, Jonathan Livingston. Okay, we'll put him flying along right about there. Cute. Now you can trim that umbrella off if you don't want it coming off of your white circle, but I kind of like just leaving it coming off like that. I think it looks cute. Okay, let's put this new fun fold together. All right, let's do the white piece on here. Oh, I better stick the pin back in my glue. This is a really fun card to make, this fun fold, and you can do some really quick and easy cards by using patterned papers instead of, like if you didn't want to color designs, you can just cut designs out of patterned papers. Okay, that's not going there. That is going on there. Okay, so you want to make sure you've got your little accordion fold over here to the left. And then this is going on here. Oh, I'll give you the measurements of what I did. Now you can cut your layers the sizes you want. I'll give you the measurements of what I did. Okay, so the red piece is 3 3/4 by 5, and the white is 3 and, what did I say the red was? Sorry. The red is 3 3/4, yes, by 5. The white piece is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. Okay, so now this is going to go on our piece of red, and that's our normal 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And if you wanted to, you could make your red, your base piece, into another card that opens. So you could have this totally with a side fold or a top fold and make another piece that opens and have another place for more writing or whatever, if you didn't just want this flat back piece here. So you could have another inside piece instead of having this, your inside piece, and you could put something else on here. Okay, so now our circles. This one is going to go up here on this little flappy flap, and you can only put your adhesive on the left side. And you can position it however you want. I'm going to put mine so that my red circle kind of matches up with this red layer here. And I'm going to use dimensionals. So I'm just going to put one there, making sure I've got it on the left, side of my circle. Okay, so let me hold this up so I can kind of see what I'm doing, because I want my words to be straight. And I am going to try to center it equally from each side. I think that looks okay. Okay, and none of my dimensionals are showing on the back. So there's that one, and then on this one, we're going to put this one. But now you don't want dimensionals on this piece because it would be too bulky. So we're just going to add glue. So I'm not going to go quite halfway because I don't want to stick things where I don't want them stuck. And I want to move this little dot that I got there. Okay, so now let me pull this in so I can kind of match it up and then match the bottom up. And it's going to peek out. I might want to move it over just a little bit more. Okay, I think I like that, so I'm going to go ahead and press it down. And because I like to bling and this down here just needs something to me, you could always stamp a little something down here too, which would be super cute. Like if you wanted to maybe stamp one of, I would say stamp and die cut one of those surfboards even and have it maybe leaning up that way. That would be kind of cute. I'm just going to add some bling. So I've just got the rhinestone basics here, because I do like my bling. And I'm just going to put, there's 3 different sizes in this pack that I have here, and I'm just going to put one of each size. Like so. But yeah, many options for what you could put in that area. So then it just pulls out like that, and then this card will actually stand. You could do squares, you could do rectangles coming out this way, you could do diamond shapes. There's so many ways you can change up this card. Isn't that fun though? I mean, and then if you want, you could put, you know, white strips in there too, if you wanted to have words in there or something. It's pretty cute, pretty easy, and pretty fun to make. I'm just going to set this here as a reminder of bonus days. There's that. Here's my first one. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do that part. I'm supposed to glue that down. Well, I did it in this one. I didn't do it in this one. Which way do you like better? Do you like it glued down or not glued down? The option is yours. But in reality, that's how I learned it. You're supposed to glue that down. I guess I will. I'll glue it. I will. I forgot that part. But you totally don't have to do that. Okay, so there it is. Then it just goes like that. And it still stands. Flippy Flappy. Flippy Flappy card. Okay, so there is mine that I didn't die cut the pieces. And here it is with the pieces die cut. Not a lot of difference. It just makes it easier to color your background. I sort of had to do it really light to be able to have my white area on my umbrella and stuff. But if you die cut them, you don't have to worry about that part. Okay, story time. Marianne says, don't glue. And Sue says, I like it not glued. And what I do, I glued it. But there you go. You've got the option to glue or not to glue. That is the question. Okay, let us read some of the Artistic Cat by, who knows? Have I ever said, oh, it's by many people, because all the poems and stuff are by different people. Okay. If by chance I seated myself to write, she very slyly, very tenderly, seeking protection and caresses, would softly take her place on my knee and follow the comings and goings of my pen, sometimes effacing with an unintentional stroke of her paw lines of whose tenor she disapproved. And that is by Pierre Loti, or Loti, a French writer. To respect the cat is the beginning of the aesthetic sense. By Erasmus Darwin, an English physiologist and poet. On some grave business, soft and slow, along the garden paths you go, with bold and burning eyes, or stand with twitching tail to mark what starts and rustles in the dark among the peonies. And that's by A.C. Benson, an English essayist. And here is, I don't know if that's like a painting or a pen and ink, but it's called Black Cat, and it's by Carol Thompson. That's really pretty. Okay. He lies there. This little book I bought at the secondhand store, and obviously something's gotten spilt on it because some of the pages are wanting to stick here. He lies there purring and dreaming, shifting his limbs now and then in an ecstasy of cushioned comfort. He seems the incarnation of everything soft and silky and velvety, without a sharp edge in his composition, a dreamer whose philosophy is sleep and let sleep. And that is by Saki, an English writer. And here we have The Church Cat's Dream by Darrell Page. A tree full of birds in a graveyard. Well, the birds are very beautiful. One of the ways in which cats show happiness is by sleeping, and that's by Cleveland Amory, an American writer. Cats are intended to teach us that not everything in nature has a function, by Garrison somebody. Keeler, American humorist and writer. And I'm going to stop with that one, you guys. Thanks so much for joining me today. Be sure to go over and check out the new online exclusive items. There's some really fun things in there. There's one Halloween set, if you're into Halloween, that I love, that's got a crow, a funny crow in it. There's some really pretty new Christmas things. You can get a head start on your Christmas cards, do some Christmas in July creating, and other stuff, as well as this glass mat. And don't forget about your bonus days. You get a $5 coupon this month with each $50 in product that you spend. You just have to watch for that coupon code, which will come to your email. Don't lose it, and then you'll use it in August. All right? Give this little fun fold a try, and glue or don't glue. The choice is yours. And I will have a Saturday morning makes video for you tomorrow with something different, not cards. And I will see you in my next video. Take care. Happy crafting. Happy stamping. Thanks for coming by today. Please give me a thumbs up, okay? And subscribe if you haven't already. Bye-bye.